Every day, millions of people walk into Starbucks, place their orders, and leave with a cup of coffee in hand. With over 40,000 stores worldwide, Starbucks serves an enormous number of customers, contributing to its staggering $36.18 billion in revenues. Some like it black, others drown it in caramel and whipped cream. But there's something most people don't think about: the journey that coffee took before it reached their cup. So what really happens inside the factory before it reaches your cup? Let's find out here in the process world. Starbucks started as a small coffee shop in 1971 in Seattle's Pike Place Market, founded by Jerry Baldwin, Gordon Bowker, and Zev Siegel. The focus back then was simple: selling high-quality coffee beans and equipment. Inspired by Alfred Peet, the founder of Peet's Coffee, the trio wanted to bring premium coffee to American consumers. For years, Starbucks remained a local business with just a handful of stores. Everything changed in 1982 when Howard Schultz joined the company. After a visit to Italy, Schultz saw the potential of espresso bars and envisioned Starbucks as a coffeehouse experience rather than just a retailer. By 1987, Schultz had bought the company and aggressively expanded the brand beyond Seattle. The Starbucks name became synonymous with premium coffee, convenience, and consistency. Over the years, the company introduced a wide range of drinks, from classic espressos to seasonal favorites like pumpkin spice latte. Today, Starbucks operates in 80 countries with more than 35,000 stores, making it the largest coffeehouse chain in the world. But how does the coffee-making process start? First off, Starbucks doesn't just buy coffee beans from anywhere. The business chooses farms with ideal growing conditions from more than 30 nations in Latin America, Africa, and Asia Pacific from which to acquire its coffee. The taste of beans develops in part from altitude, temperature, and soil quality, as well as from other factors. Whether it's the strong, earthy taste from Indonesia or the clear, crisp notes from Latin America, Starbucks coffee has a unique taste thanks in large part to its meticulous choosing process. Coffee plants take years to flourish. Hence, when the cherries are available at last, careful harvesting is required. Starbucks depends on hand-picking to make sure that just the best cherries are gathered. Though it takes time, this keeps quality. Farmers inspect the cherries as they go, removing any that don't meet the standard. Once the coffee cherries are harvested, they go through a strict selection process. Only the best cherries advance. Underripe or broken ones are thrown away. Quality control also plays out. Workers meticulously go through big batches to make sure that the best cherries pass ahead. Pulling the coffee beans from the inside of the fruit comes next. The two primary methods this is accomplished are the wet and the dry processes. Though it takes longer, the dry process is straightforward. After being laid out under the sun, the cherries are turned over often to let dry over several weeks. This technique lets the beans absorb part of the cherry's fruish tastes, therefore producing a rich and sophisticated taste. More under control and speedier is the wet procedure. The cherries pass via water channels, where machines eliminate the exterior pulp. What's left is a layer of sticky mucilage around the beans. These beans are then placed in fermentation tanks for about 12 to 48 hours, where natural enzymes break down the remaining layer. After fermentation, they are washed again to remove any residue, leaving behind clean beans with a bright, crisp flavor. Once the beans are extracted, they still need to be dried. Wet processed beans are spread out on drying tables or placed in mechanical dryers until they reach the right moisture level. This prevents spoilage and prepares them for the next stage. But before being shipped, the beans go through hulling, which removes the last layer of parchment-like skin. Then comes another round of sorting. Workers inspect the beans by size, color, and density, making sure that only the best ones remain. Once everything is checked, the green coffee beans are packed into large sacks and loaded for transport. Depending on the region, they travel by land or sea, stored in climate-controlled conditions to preserve freshness. Once they arrive, the beans go through another round of inspection, ensuring that only the highest quality ones move forward. Each batch is categorized by origin, flavor profile, and intended roast level, setting the stage for the next phase. At this stage, the beans are still green, dense, and have little to no aroma. Their transformation begins the moment they enter the roasting machines. But before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now, moving on. Inside Starbucks roasting plants, rows of massive roasting machines stand ready. This is where the green coffee beans are transformed into the rich, aromatic coffee Starbucks is known for. Roasting is one of the most important steps in the entire process. It determines the flavor, aroma, and intensity of the final product. The beans enter big spinning drums where they are subjected to temperatures ranging from 240 to 275 degrees Celsius. The beans start to change color as the heat rises, moving from green to yellow and then brown. They also grow in size and produce the natural oils that give coffee its distinctive scent throughout this process. The key to a perfect roast is timing. Too little and the beans stay underdeveloped. Too much and they can burn. Starbucks uses different roasting profiles to bring out unique flavors in each batch. Some beans are roasted lightly, preserving their bright, crisp notes, while others go through a longer roast to develop deep, bold flavors. Throughout this process, seasoned roasters check every element. They listen for the first and second cracks, which indicate the roasting's degree of bean progress. Corrections are done in real time to guarantee consistency. Since no two batches of beans are precisely the same, Starbucks' distinctive taste depends on this degree of control. The beans cool fast to halt the roasting process once they reach their perfect roast. Just as crucial as heating is cooling. If the beans remain heated too long, they will keep roasting inside and lose their balanced tastes. After being cooled, they are once again checked to make sure every batch satisfies Starbucks quality requirements before advancing to the next level. This step is just as important as roasting because the size of the grind affects how the coffee tastes when brewed. Different brewing methods require different grind sizes, and Starbucks ensures that every batch is processed to match its intended use. The roasted beans are poured into industrial grinders, which break them down to precise sizes. Espresso requires an extra fine grind, allowing water to pass through under high pressure while extracting rich flavors. Drip coffee needs a medium grind, ensuring a balanced taste. For French press or cold brew, a coarse grind is used, preventing over-extraction and bitterness. To maintain consistency, Starbucks uses high-speed grinders that can process large quantities of coffee while keeping the particle sizes uniform. Any variation in the grind size could lead to uneven extraction, resulting in a brew that's either too weak or too bitter. This level of precision helps Starbucks deliver the same taste across all its stores worldwide. Once ground, the coffee is immediately transferred to the packaging line. The moment the coffee is ground, it starts losing its freshness. To make sure every batch stays as flavorful as the day it was roasted, Starbucks uses advanced packaging methods designed to lock in the aroma and taste. As soon as the coffee is processed, it moves straight into the packaging line. Here, airtight bags are filled and sealed within minutes. Starbucks often uses vacuum-sealed packs or nitrogen flushing, a method that replaces oxygen with nitrogen to prevent oxidization. Oxygen is what makes coffee go stale, so removing it extends the shelf life and keeps the coffee tasting fresh for longer. Each package is labeled with details like roast type, grind size, and origin. The goal is to make it easy for customers to choose the right coffee for their preferred brewing method. Some of these packages go straight to Starbucks stores, while others are shipped to supermarkets and online retailers. Before leaving the factory, every batch goes through a final quality check. Workers inspect the seals, verifying labeling accuracy and ensuring that the packaging meets Starbucks' strict freshness standards. Only then is the coffee ready to begin the next part of its journey, distribution to Starbucks locations and retail shelves worldwide. Now, after learning everything that goes into making Starbucks coffee, from sourcing the beans to roasting, grinding, and packaging, here's something to think about. If you could create your own custom Starbucks coffee blend, what flavors would you mix? A bold dark roast with a hint of caramel? A smooth medium roast with fruity notes? Drop your dream blend in the comments.